your proceedings. Honorable moderator.
Thank you. So that traditional ritual was done by the most powerful chairman, Chairman Das earlier. And then we must say moving on forward. If you read, because chemistry is a subset of mathematics. And if you follow,
good afternoon. My name is
you will find
this
that
is Focus on Liberia.
one of the world's greatest mathematicians says in a
our
quote,
number routine, we are here.
activities says, give me a place to stay and I will move the world.
Opinions.
I repeat, activities give me a place to stay and I will move the world. In chemistry,
come to follow their number daily debate.
The balance
Today is
in arid, liquid.
Tuesday.
When you come here and see you,
And of course,
we will balance the
11th
equation at all sizes.
July
At no point in time, we are not there for taking sides
We
in
just
any politics.
what the debate is about.
Evidence
What
to
the
it,
discussion
go on
is
social
about.
media. We are
What is
there.
it that
And Joshua will call the
this young
full
man, Reuben Ballah
batch.
Soko, is going to be
That is
discussing?
here.
We're told he's been
I
appointed.
see you, the member,
Maybe
official
that
of
is
the
I don't want to be too fast,
the intellectual
but that's what we heard.
response unit.
But so thanks
These
for
are the
joining us. If
coalition
you're
democratic
following
to come
from
on
anywhere
the
in the
bench.
world,
All
this
of us
is
will
the
feel
Ferry
here.
Street Center for the Exchange of Intellectual Opinion, CEIO for short, where of course debates of intellectual can be held.
So at this junction, you see that there are informed members here on the bench. Mind you, look at the faces. All of those faces are excellent, brilliant intellectuals who have grown on Taylor Street and have navigated their way to the national politics. It says to you, it says to everyone that in fact you can do the same. Come here and see how a daily basis will have an impactable and positive on your life. Not to just say, I will say, before the narrative you go home. 6 months out of your age, you will be in your 30s. Are you willing to be like that? No. At the junction, we will call the guy who will do all of the talking. I think they'll introduce the guys, which is Prosper Family. Prosper Family will say to you, you are recognized and welcome.
Thank you. Permit me to recognize, amplify from the chromosome, the powerful religion of the doctrine I will believe, whether you like it or not, is our belief and it's a religion. The Blue Revolutionary Movement that was established not for the pioneers' children, but for the native sons and daughters, for the slum ghettos, who were gallop in ideal poverty, the Manical Election for Democratic Change. Standing before you, our Prosperous Valley family, members of the intellectual response unit of the Manical Election for Democratic Change, and Deputy Press Propaganda, Deputy Secretary for Press and Propaganda of this identical movement. And so in so doing, because of tradition, are meant to be obeyed. Currently, we are here to propagate and leash out information that the audience who were not aware of the progress of the Manical Election for Democratic Change and for the ascendancy of the second tenure of Ambassador George Wanawia. So in so doing, based upon tradition, I will tell the map over to the powerful Secretary General, the names across the T and top the R of this identical noble institution. Mind you, this institution is not just an ordinary institution. This institution is a serious intellectual paragon of the Manic Coalition for Democratic Change. And we are ready to defend and to demystify every myth that will come from the angle of the opposition who are not organized and disorganized over the past 4 years. So in so doing, Honorable Secretary General, Costama, the podium is yours and the mic is yours. Thank you very much.
So thank you very much. My name is Costama. I am the Secretary General for the Intellectual Response Unit of the biggest mass-based revolutionary party, the Multi Congress Coalition for Democratic Change. I want to say to you, oppositions, when you are here, there will be no breathing space for you. We will barricade and we will tie all the bow. It will be very difficult for you to understand any of them. There's a parable, and they say if the chicken disgrace is coming, they can start from the back. They can be very funny at the front. We are talking reality. Then I seen intellectual juvenile behaving like we are all Aki and Baba show. We're not making show. Our responsibility in this country is to protect and defend the interests of the ordinary people. We will not give you any space to come here and loot the country economy anymore. You told us in arrogance, you squander. You told us in arrogance, you squander. There will be no breathing space for squander. Permit me to recognize one of Liberia's greatest, biggest intellectual. Man who understands the student politics, who served as a student general, the man who now controls the propaganda arm of our party, the man who controls the propaganda arm of our party. The name is Reuben Ballah Soko. Reuben Ballah Soko will be speaking to the Center for the Exchange of Intellectual Opinion for the first time. And realistically, you will take the messages to your slave masters. And I know it will be very strategic. They will hear you. To see Ballah Soko face to face is an intellectual plus for you. He's an intellectual giant. Permit me at this time to welcome on the stage the chairperson of the Intellectual Response Unit of the Multi Congress Coalition for Democratic Change, Reuben Ballah Soko.
Intellectual cargo. Intellectual Response Unit. We are ready to protect this space. Intellectual gotta come. Free reactionary. Free lesbians. Free Orogisi Martin Saro. Free Orogisi Martin Saro. Free Tactile Radio Squadron. Free Manda.
Reactionary tendency. Squander opportunity. Corruption. Impotency. Amanda, the Congress of Democratic Change, away to.
Dibasia, only do here. Thank you very much. Many thanks. You may have the seat. Thank you for this permanent opportunity given me to be here today. And I'm so touched by the output of emotions of individuals who have gathered at this historical intellectual terraforma of intelligentsia to flex their intellectual understanding. You are most welcome. The name remains constant. Reuben Ballah Soko, current chairman of the Intellectual Response Unit of the Congress of Democratic Change. Today we've come to inform the Liberian people through this medium that there's no more time for sleeping. We are ready and we are going to the battle. The name and those lesser Aki Bobo that you know very well, we're going to beat them again. You know, our democracy must survive. And without a doubt in your mind, the Congress of Democratic Change remains the formidable, mass-based revolutionary kingdom. And there's no equal. That's why we've come proudly to acknowledge the population that one round victory is a must. We've come as intellectual response to inform you that President George Weah's second term is a must, an indispensable obligation. It is a recognition that he deserves. That's why his outposts have distinguished his outcome. And you want to make mockery of yourself. Well, let me remind you, look at the opposition today. They are living on mere gossip. They have neglected their responsibility. And so we will not dive into them. But instead, we will tell you that now we are rehabilitating and maintaining 4,200 kilometers of roads. We are rehabilitating and maintaining 4,200 kilometers of roads. And retrospect back in the southeast, where former President Sadi left the road to Tubman Farm. We took the road from Tubman Farm, we entered Fishtown, we passed Fishtown Referral Hospital, the quota. And we have paved the road from Fishtown Referral Hospital to Bepoka Weekend. And now houses are being demolished in Bepoka Weekend, going towards Keriboka Weekend, and the funding have been secured by the African Development Bank. Then you want to sit there and say nothing is going on? Look at the road from Ganta to Lokato. That road is 75% completed. And you know by now how deplorable the road was. This is the workings of the government. Today we took over a country where corruption was in every fabric of our society. According to the U.S. former Ambassador Deborah Malai in 2014, she referred to President Salih, former President Salih, that corruption was being systematic. Today, you can see signs on the fight towards corruption, for which Brandon Samuga was prosecuted. Access to cooperative was established. We need time. Today in Liberia, we took over an inflation of 13.1%. And today, according to the report of 2022, inflation is 7.2%. This government didn't take over Liberia that was like Abidjan in terms of Monrovia. We took over a governance that corruption was 85%. We took over the governance The poverty was 86.6% according to Transparency National Report of 2010. Today, we are fighting and the economy is relatively getting better. Read the IMF 4th edition on the Liberian economics. Then you know very well that our monetary policy is growing. And that's why we have 5% growth. And our macroeconomic stability is to drive into 2024. So we've come to say that the burger you knew yesterday, the burger is no more. Burger will not just be defeated, but you'll be buried face down. Even when Comrade Jesus Christ appeared, he will not have the ability to reappear. And that's why we come to say the COP and the Holocaust scenario is a crusade. And we don't want to dignify that. When did you realize? When did you realize that Mr. Costa was a liar? When did you realize that Mr. Costa was a fake man? Only today he's standing against you. Then you want us to believe you? We will not believe you. It costs us to protect Costa as a Liberian. We will protect him.
Come on.
Amen now. When did you realize? When Costa put out all of the negative, destructive propaganda against this government, you clap for him. You came in numbers. You paraded the street with an unjustifiable actions. But today, Costa is dealing with you. Then you want not to believe Costa. Then you want to kill him. We will protect him. You will not kill Costa. Costa, you have the freedom. Expose them. But you know, I listened to debate from the Liberty Party. I don't know whether it exists. Is there a Liberty Party?
Yes.
There's no Liberty Party. You got one group in the north. You got one group in the south. The Liberian people are vulnerable. The Liberian people are vulnerable. You do not have an opposition. You do not have an opposition. And that's why the re-election of President George Manneh Weah, we will refer to it as indispensable. If you retrospect back in our years of opposition, we championed the grievances of the Liberian people. We stood in the interest of the people. We didn't have ourselves. There was no commotion within the party. We stood firm. But your opposition days is a mad joke. We are not feeding you. And so the argument today has changed from the argument of 2017. There will be no second round. One round victory. CDC going to take the October 10 election 50+1. And around you are glaring. Lofa County development. Grand Kidman County development. Bampodu County development. Rubber International Highway ongoing. So what more you need the president to do? We want the Liberian people to remain steadfast that President George Manneh Weah is on the right trajectory. That's why today in Liberia we have peace in the absence of unmill. And I will just strike you a bit off track. When this government was coming in, there were a group of guys who had a belief that President Weah was going to launch at the former president. President Weah said, no, I've come to make the change. I'm not going to shift blame. The government did what they could do. And when they stopped, I will pick up from there. I think the government did well. That was rationalistic. The president was being rational. And when the president took over, he focused on infrastructure development. Because if you look at all of the reports from the IMF, Liberia is faced with two major challenges. The lack of infrastructure and human resource capacity. So the president felt that I am not going to wish on people. I'm going to focus on developing my country. And so he took over a mess that today many of you are proud of the president. And so do not allow those Aki and Bobo, those weakly oppositions who lacks the intellectual virtues, to come and control you. President Weah is taking Liberia to another stage, and I gave him a second term. And so we've come to say that yes, the president is doing well, and that you can see these tangibles. If you go to Douala Market, you see the proper reflection in that market hall. It didn't happen for 12 years. If you go to Bampodu County, you see something decent health facility is there. It didn't happen in 12 years. If you go to the Invisible Sport Park, many of you propagandists the establishment of that park. You use all kind of terminology, but thank God we have a decisive president. The president who understands the dynamics of Liberian body politics. The president who came from the downtrodden masses, who know what the Liberian people need. And today you are holding the government of the Invisible Sport Park. What a shame opposition you are. And so we are not going to...
Video service yo Mando
Opposition. They will lose. Thank you very much for stimulating the audience. And so, the president, his exceptional leadership ability should not go unnoted and unappreciated. President George Manuel Weah, second term is reasonable. And so, if you are here disenchanted citizens, I was in your shoe. My condition is more painful than yours. Don't allow them to cajole you continuously. Come on board. Reunite. President Weah has now erred. You see all of what he's doing, he has touched all of the counties. And so there's no way you can deny him. So we've come to say that the president is on the right trajectory. And Liberia is relatively getting better. And so folks, can they permit me at this critical juncture to introduce to you great men and women who stood the test of time, serving the party and the Liberian people, cadres and adjunants, men who has the ability to appear, reappear, and disappear. Can they permit me to recognize them? As I call you, please stand so that the audience can see you. I will start with the Vice Chairman for the Administration of the Intellectual Response Unit. Please give me a hand of applause for Muchogo Johnson, Muchogo Johnson. This man you see here is a cadre. He been with the CDC since 2008. This man has the ability to appear, reappear, and disappear. This man is a true citizen. Please give me a hand of applause. You can say that all co-chair. The fellow saying is, you know him from the CEIO perspective. He's no one else but Emmett Toga. Emmett Toga is a cadre of the militant, stalwart, adjutant. You understand the Liberian politics. You understand the manifesto and doctrine of the government we're going to change. From Toga is the spokesman of the policy of the Intellectual Response Unit. Please give me a hand of applause. You can have the seat. Reuben Toga is one of the aspiring that just ended CEIO election. The man who was called by the Politburo and the Central Committee competently. The man in Congress was going to change to drop arm. And the man immediately dropped his arm. This man has the ability, in fact, his intellectual tenacity can be compared with Barack Obama. This man has the ability to appear, reappear, and disappear. Complimented to just come by. He's the able Secretary General, and he has a cross show. So he's going to be busting the people tonight. And right across, I have a militant, a very committed militant, a man whose tenacity can be compared with Ginger Rizou. There's no one else but Comrade Antilog. The man who will be going is there. Amanda! The man is no one else but Comrade Sharif. You know him very well. He's the operation of the Intellectual Response Unit. Please give me a hand of applause. And right in the corner here is no one else but an Antilog. The man who is going through the rank and file of the man in Congress who don't got to change. This man intellectual tenacity can be compared with Comrade Donald Trump. Amanda! You know what else but Comrade Alvin Babana. He's a Deputy Secretary General for Administration. Please give him a hand of applause. Thank you very much. As Chairman of the Intellectual Response Unit of the man in Congress who don't got to change, it is my responsibility to reach out and sharpen the contradictions. And so what we do is just a little test to the minimum we have to do. And so if you are here, Amanda, somebody very important has just arrived. When I was introducing the militants, this man went to intercept some reactionary tendency. And now that he's fine. This man morphology, his structure is compared to Idi Amin Adada. You know what? This man is a true militant. His physical morphology can deter the opposition. And that's why he's serving on the press and propaganda. He's the Deputy Secretary General for Press and Propaganda. Amanda! She cannot hear your voice. Amanda! Lonely, Joe, we are 12 years lonely. Lonely, Malako, Leisure, Madame Apology. Lonely. Reuben Ballah Soko, and you just listen to him. He's no one else but Famo. That's a popular name. He's Famo. He's a Deputy Secretary General for Press and Propaganda. Mr. President, our dynamic chairman, Secretary General, the National Auxiliary, wherever you are monitoring by this medium, you can rest assured we are rallying the young people throughout the territorial boundary of Liberia to ensure that President George Manuel Weah is re-elected. Distinguished partisan, Star Wars cadres, militants, today we've come to inform you that President Weah should be given additional 6 years. We are now appealing to you, but we are informing you reasons why he should be given additional 6 years. You know, promotion can be made when you perform or overly perform. You must be promoted. When you perform and overly perform, you must be promoted. We took over a proto system, a system that was characterized by bureaucratic hirings. Took Liberia for the America who didn't understand the dynamics. We said no. We're going to deal with qualified indigenous Liberians. We want to take people from strong communities who are qualified, giving them the responsibility. This government is on record for that. We realize that our budget was a secret instrument. So we created an open budget initiative where the bidder bestseller can discuss the budget. Transparency is a must. When we took over, we realized that our paramount chiefs weren't being respected. They weren't being respected. So we thought to enhance the operation, we provide vehicles for efficiency and effectiveness. When we took over, we realized that road construction and rehabilitation was a must. And then they turned to us and say that road will eat. All the road is just facing that road will eat. Yes, we will eat road. And thank God we are getting fruit. The argument of road in Lofa County has been put to rest. I remember 2011, former President Salif told her ministers, why are you allowing your poor to come to me when I have the vice president in my government? When I have the finance minister in my government? Why are you coming to me? Okay, I will put a cement right to Vonjaman to the market. And George Weah said, no. I don't have to come from Lofa before I know that Lofia need better road. Then you, Lofia, will say, you voting for Weah? That's not going to happen. The votes that citizens will accumulate in Lofa will be a tsunami. Our program will go back to Sevalon because Liberia will have no space for it. And thank God in the days of trouble you can know your true root. October 10, people will know their real root. Now they are coming with the propaganda that in the southeast, and what the southeast road corridor. Oh! But we're going to start with the southeast road corridor. You're going to say, oh, the next president, now who road in face, he said the guys are desperate. But what can they tell you? 12 years, they did nothing substantive. With the pressure of the international community that contributed to our economy's 250 million, as compared to 6 years, it means that George Weah should go for 12 years as well. Let's do President Weah due diligence. And so, while I'm talking, I just recognize one of the committee militant, and I'm honored a revolutionary mandate to recognize him. This militant, his comrade Angelo Mambutu Kamara. Mambutu Kamara is the vice chairman for modernization and recruitment of the policy of the intellectual response unit. I'm sorry. Please give me a big round of applause. So, gentlemen, words are inadequate to express the gratitude we hold in our heart for our ever president. We are so excited of his workings. The Liberian people's eyes are open. They will not be controlled by Aki and Bobo. Those fake opposition who lacks the intellectual rituals. There will be no breathing space for them as the LG ready plays it. We will counter the arguments. We'll provide you the facts. And by tomorrow we'll unleash 100 reasons. Out of the 500 reasons why President George Manuel Weah, the 24th President of the Republic of Liberia, must be re-elected. Amanda. Amanda, the President's second term is a must. Amanda, the President must be re-elected. Amanda, the President will go for 12 years. Amanda, the President, the best President. And this is an argument.
Opposition. Opposition. Ese nando. Ese against you. Ese against you. To mental. To mental. We are small sponsor. We are before. We are big. We are before. We are big. You really loving way. We are big before. We are big. Kaka, you loving way. We are big before. We are big. You loving way. We are big before. We are big. The tell you loving way. We are big before. We are big. You really loving way. We are You see so
we are being Thank you very much for the battle cry. The battle cry is meant to stimulate the speaker's intellectual ports. And I will not miss my words. I will not miss my words. The President, His Excellency, the 24th President of the Republic of Liberia, is inarguably the best president at all times. And this is why we've come to the discourse to sharpen the contradictions from intellectuals who like the intellectual rituals. We challenge them to make available a time for debate, and that's sharpen the contradictions. We are overwhelmed with the workings of this government. That's why we come to acknowledge the population that this president is not just an ordinary person, a man who has been denigrated from the day he was born. The man who was deprived of education due to poverty. The man who developed a career that was being underestimated by parents. A man who rose at a penny from a struggling home, came back to his country, challenged the system, and today he's a 24th president. This is something exceptional. And that's why I'd like to acknowledge the audience. That his exceptional leadership ability should not go unnoted and unappreciated. He is a real example of a selfless and dedicated public servant. His second term is based on his outposts and distinguished his outcomes. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, words are inadequate to express at this critical juncture. Let me call on the executive committee members to rise so that we can drill you with just two songs to allow you or afford you the opportunity. We will do that. We will do that. We will afford you an opportunity to ask questions. We will do that. And so, the individuals you're looking at here, you know, we thought not to come with the entire 16 leadership structure before you. So these are cadres. They are ever-ready men who are ready for the battle.
Looking for the cancer.
There we got it.
They're looking for the Kelly.
There we got it.
They're looking for.
There we got it.
They're looking for the cancer.
There we got it.
They're looking for the Kelly.
There we got it.
They're looking for.
There we got it.
Amanda, please come here, Andrew. Japi Andrew. Yeah, this man.
Amanda!
Awedu.
Amanda!
Awedu. Amanda. Comrade D. Japi Andrew. It's one of the many times. Here's the logistic. Yeah, so comrade, you are recognized. So our people are depending on us, and as such, we will not let you down. We promise to do our best for the party and the population at large. This appointment is established in good faith, Mr. Chairman. You are no doubt witnesses to our own history in the Congress for Democratic Change. We challenge nurturing our democracy through constructive engagement. Mr. Chairman, this is a pedestal upon which we will stand in the party to build a strong arm. The battle has begun. So made.
So thank you so kindly, leaders, militants and cadre of the BKF Mass-Based Revolutionary Party, the Massive Congress Coalition for Democratic Change. We want to officially turn the gavel over to the moderator to be able to interact with the chairperson of the biggest propaganda arm of our party. And I let you know somebody saying, you meditate in our party, even George Rice of meditate. So we will protect Wologisi by all costs. Our life is that of Wologisi. Nobody will sacrifice Wologisi because they want to see George Mia. We'll not do that yet. Congress for Democratic Change will protect and defend the common people. All that know I'm a chairperson in the PRO, you will officially turn the gavel over to the moderator CEO to be able to do what he knows best.
I wanted to be where this is the party I wanted to be. This is the party I wanted to be. This is the party I wanted to be. Hey, I want to be a citizen. Hey, I want to be a citizen. Hey, I want to be a citizen. This is the party I wanted to
After all, for our comrades from the CDC, vis-a-vis the IRU, Intellectual Response Unit of CDC, who have booked their time here today at the biggest intellectual platform. It is incumbent under you to do the same. When you for ANC, you call us, write the administration or CEO. We will provide you the platform like the way we are doing to the Congress of CC. If you have a united party, we will do the same. That will make CEOs the bigger Canada center. Yeah, at no point in time, we do divisive politics. We are a twist mother to everyone. And as such, when you have the opportunity to come here, come up before the both of you, please. We will give you a platform. Having said that, you listen to them. They have outlined that passport decision that have rattled the international nurse, making them to support President Weah for the second time. He said road connectivities, electricity, good governance, cut down corruption, and etc. etc. We will take the pendulum over to you as the masses who understand the issues and can better do do's and pinpoint in the argument. We'll give you at least 1 minute for your question, your comment, as it goes. And Elder Joshua want to say to you, we'll take at most 5 comments or 5 question or inquiry. We'll start with a good friend, brother. See what he said. We wanted to use in chemistry, but forget to know that in fact chemistry is a subject of mathematics. So we'll start with you.
Okay, Brother Michael, thank you man so much. I think we decided to keep the forum alive because we're going to go, they're going to get a reduction in the number. Many people are angry with cities. Yeah. But you know, no serious man will take the platform and tell you that Joe Weah is fighting corruption. No serious man will do that. And you see Brandon Samuga case as a case telling of you fighting corruption, that's a mere bluff. I listened to the recitation that was recited. That was a very fun recitation. But Ellen Johnson Sirleaf and Joseph Yuma Boaka had done extremely well, or did extremely well for Liberia. The same word there you are quoting, even though the text is ambiguous, it's unempirical. The same word there that you are quoting, after 2006, go to your Google, World Bank report on Liberia. They tell you that Liberia was a prior state. In a common terminology, Liberia was a failed state. And when a state is failed, all those components that are supposed to make you rich is not there. And on Elin, a Boaka, in 5 years, a failed state become a revamp, or became a revamped state. Meaning everything was there. Everything was there. So, the issue of the PPCC, because why a charter invested in the country? When Elin became president, there were 2 minutes in the board before her to attract investors. And what other thing? The GSC, the LSCC, the PPCC, the good governance, Elin instituted all these things. Because these were anti-graft institutions that World Bank believe or international government believe that they can work with. And you get me? So under any administration, all these things were intact. Now when you see investors are coming, the cost system was okay, the rule of law was okay, the reinvestment of the economy was okay. Like we were booming under any regime. There was complete flow of finance, what was circular flow. The money was rotating. And you get me? In Liberia economy, everything was okay. And unlike this town, how can you say you're fighting corruption when you made money 2.5 million, 25 million? When you made money 16 billion? When somebody in the government said they took over 200,000 loan for LBDR and it was live, there was no investigation. How can you say you're fighting corruption when you bury duplexes along with your colleagues? How are you fighting corruption? So meaning you are stealing the Liberian money, and when you pay all the duplexes, pay you a job and that. That's a corruption. On level Boaka, I've never been caught in the web of corruption. I've been a very decent statement. Everything is here, but he has no fact. So Michael, thank you so much. I hope tomorrow we'll come and get the time to speak.
Sure.
All right.
I think I would have that.
My name is Sanobi Masakwa. I I appreciate the speaker. While he was speaking, before he started the rigmarole of recognizing leadership like your point, I want to say I have a little bit here before I want to make some of this point clear again. He stated that when the government took over, we were talking about number actually. So when the government took over, the country was accepting rates, the poverty was 85%. That's my first point. So when you tell me at this present time, what is the rate of poverty in Liberia? And secondly, he also made pronouncement that Liberia, John Weah took over a mess. That means the past government was a mess. They took over the fuel state economy. But in John own opinion, he said they took over 85% government. That means any government should go 85. And finally, he also talked about this in Charter Sedition. And he told me that the government is proceeding very well. I want him to reconcile the word this in Charter Sedition for us.
Thank you so much.
My name is Musa Jabatel, Chairman of the Organization of Team Dime. Emmanuel Down, Canada, representing Canada District number 7. As you can see, through our advocacy, he is the one that provided the television and the sunset. So, if the moderator is not announcing, it's my pleasure to announce it. Thank you. We provided one of the 53 things here today and one of the Danasa things. So, thank you so much. I love the unit. I love it so dearly. We are expecting all of these things when we are in our political seasons. But we as a students, and at all times, I ask myself this question, and in many occasions, but up to present, I'm not getting a rightful result. My question here is, having said this, I've been listening to the president for the past years. Every time the president mounts the podium, he always gave 85% of the past government. But any time the president comes here, the president propagandists appear, they are always in the habit of denigrating the past government. So, I want them to explain that kind of contradictions. Why is it that the president is giving 80% to the past government and they are denigrating the past government? Number two, my question. We know that George Weah government is proceeding. I said just now, we as a student, I want to ask this propaganda unit, can you please, at least for the sake for the audience, to name at least any entity that was negotiated or initiated by this government that have brought to Liberia, that operating and has employed 150 Liberians. I say initiated by George Weah government and bring it to Liberia, operating in Liberia and have employed 150 Liberians. Any company or autonomous or agency. So thank you.
Thank you very much. Before going to my comment, let me say this. Yesterday when I arrived here, I saw the television. I must applaud the leadership for that. As you know, I'm the only member of CEIO who have never supported any leadership. Because I believe in transparency and accountability. All the deal, all the party don't have corrupt. So I want to applaud the national leadership on with a caveat. And then again, my last stadium, the leadership to sell this to sell the fast stream and behave like that, not for leadership, they will get the right of the people. And I will lead that campaign. Let me go to the comment. No, the other day, CEIO inaugural program, the entire surrounding of CEIO and the platform of CEIO were very lives. And today again, upon my having, I saw the same bearer. Whenever I see this bearer will never make any sound decision or any sound thing to the people. As you may have seen, They are considered the propagandists of the CDC. They are only going to tell you the essence of the sycamore trees and what they have been taught under the sycamore tree. Now to tell you anything potent that benefit this country, they will not. I follow the question with this question. Name one company that Okongbia has brought this country, brought in Liberia, and is employed Liberian or has employed Liberian, and they are working beside Lusa data and orange data.
Thank you. The name remains rule of Jake. Okay. Someone said, President Sirleaf initiated GAC, LACC, so that those were front fight against corruption. But we saw how you put on there on the champion bowl, taking administrative responsibility for the bankruptcy on the car. We saw how our brother-in-law, Councillor Estola Prodan, who was our national secretary of Political Affairs, the best of 700,000 revenue offered as a marshal in 1908. We saw our chief, our broker, the head of the Liberia Telecommunication Corporation, investing money in 1908. Someone also asked question, if you need a company that was brought up by President William, and the company employed more than 100 persons, I would tell that person to go to Manco, the company that took over 7 Derby. Now the question is, Mr. Ballah, what specific message will be taken to the people? The President William will be giving yet another second thing.
What specific measures they will take
Amanda, thank you very much for all of your questions. This is the beauty of intellectualism. What we are doing now, we are demonstrating a resilience. And so, I want to bring life to you 2014 State Department report on Liberia. Please go to your Google. I'm sorry that Johnson C. Wisa is out. Just Google 2014 United States Department report on Liberia. 2014 United States report on Liberia. It will tell you that injustices was on the increase, corruption, rape, and it talked about all kinds of domestic violence when President Weah was out of the presidency. So why would Johnson C. Wisa want to think that we took over a society or we took over a Monrovia that was like Abidjan today or like Accra today? No! The challenges we took over, I refer to them as constraint challenges, and we are not shifting planes. One of your concerns is, why did the president applaud the past administration? Where they knew was where they stopped. Government is opportunity. And so if the president will bring whatever percentage, I don't think the president was wrong. And so you cannot hold that against the president. What you can hold against the president is the campaign promises he made to you. And you are shamelessly laughing. It's the campaign promises that he made to you. And out of the promises, the president is touching them. Look at the Ross International Highway. You sat here and propagandized it. But the president remains courageous and work is ongoing. The issue of agriculture, we have built centers for processing in Lofa, Bo, and Nima. We're making progress. He gave me that report, man. Thank you, man. Let me read this report. Too interesting, so that you can hear it. The most serious human rights abuses were those linked to a lack of justice. I'm reading from a statement made by former U.S. Ambassador Reuben Ballah, where is a man who dignified a regime that was hugely supported by the international community and then acknowledged the population that is squandered opportunity. The report is clear. Judicial inefficiency, corruption, wild reach, or administrative lapses. I'm discussing 2014 under Madam Salih, violence against women and children. Look, don't let me cry yet. You want to sit there and boast of the spoil regime who squandered the opportunity of our brain people? We think it's a disservice. Another one again talking about where Sir Ellen and JMB did well. I think we're done with that. If you are a student of public administration, then you will know the context under which the president spoke. And that cannot be a propaganda arm used to defeat this government. Or else you'll be dreaming in a world of utopia. And then another one talking about the second speaker said Soko should reconcile between disenchanted citizens. You are one of those. I know you very well. And it is my responsibility to bring back to CDC all those disenchanted citizens. The chairman has been determined to do so. Because CDC is the epicenter of reconciliation. And President George Mann, we have demonstrated that all the years. So you are one of the disenchanted citizens that I'm going to speak to after this program, and I know you're going to come over to the CDC. Number 3, the third speaker said, how can Soko reconcile between 80%? I think we're done with that. If you're a student of 417, you read public policy processes. And you understand how government operates. So you get to realize that the president was in no error. The president is on the right trajectory. And that's why we say Liberia is making irreversible progress and will never return to a dark past. And so, to all of your concerns, let me leave you with this famous quotation from Nicholas Machiavelli. Which question? Please remind me, please. Please remind me on the 2. Yeah, let me take you. Okay. We are providing you an opportunity. Don't misuse it. We know how lesser the opposition is. They will never provide you such an opportunity. We have the intellectual clearance to defeat any idea of a war. So we are not deterred. I got men behind me. I got Cross Tamba. I got Oshawa Johnson Choko. I got my man Sharif Operation. I got Abner Toga. I got Famo. And the list go on. I got men. So at this critical juncture, let me say to the opposition, your days are no more. President, we are war victory. It's a national obligation, a fundamental responsibility for all. At this critical juncture, let me say thank you very much for participating in this interactive discussion. To our CEO, we say thank you for the opportunity provided us to come and put forth the President's second term debate. It is a debate because we have to beat senses in the hands of the stubborn opposition. And from here we're going to our Obaga territory to be enough sense in hands so that he can call President Weah, who have been very helpful to him, to apologize and support President Weah's second term bid. Amen now. And that's why today the opposition will not unite until after 2023 October 10 election. One round victory. Mr. Desi, please join us in the talk. Thank you very much.
Never